Happy Daily Flames Wednesday. Welcome to the lair. Welcome to the lair wall. This is where the magic happens. We're gonna be really quiet because Louie is outside right now. We're hiding from him. He's been a super spaz because there is snow outside. And in case you didn't know, he is a snow dog. He thinks he is one with the snow. I mean, it's really not even a lot of snow, but he's so excited. Like, you know, how the fresh air is like invigorating, the cold air. Yeah, it's like cocaine to him. Like, yes, snow cocaine. So, today we're gonna talk about step 3. Step 3 of our little exercise. Let me get my my notes here, because this is fun. Our exercise is so fun. Isn't mindset work so much fun? I know you guys love it. So, first thing, I have decided, so I think I mentioned, right? So I've gained a little bit of weight, which I'm good with. I've been working kind of like into how to build more muscle after I lost all that weight, after leaving Eat to Perform, and working through my Healthify process and all that kind of stuff. So with that, a little over 20 pounds, came some muscle. I'm already tiny to begin with. So gaining 5 pounds, on a small person, like it feels like a lot, and it's visually, it's a lot, but I feel good, right? So I feel good, so I'm not sweating it. So I will probably gain a little bit more weight through the holidays. I am good with that. Maybe I won't, but maybe I will. But I'm not sweating it because I don't really care what the scale says, and neither should you, right? It's not about the scale says, especially through the holidays, right? Especially through this holiday time. It's about enjoying your days. Listen, go get more steps. I bet there are so many other things you can do other than worrying about the scale, right? You want to obsess about something. How about obsessing about the time you spend with your family? How about obsessing about drinking more water? Like, how about obsessing about eating more vegetables? Not obsessing about the number on the scale, right? That is not going to get you anywhere except more frustrated. So anyhow, so I don't care about the scale, not worried about it. I feel good, training, getting back into my training, getting more movement, that kind of stuff. So, however, I have decided that come, after the holidays, I will start cut, and I am inviting you to do that with me. So if you're interested in that, I have some ideas brewing of how I kind of want to do that and design it. But basically, we're going to do it together. So my habits and what I do and how I cut, like when I did, lost 20 plus pounds, all those things are going to go into place again. I'm not trying to lose 20. I'm not trying to lose any set number of weight. It's just kind of after this kind of building muscle phase. I'm going to do a little cut after the holiday and kind of, clean things up after the holidays, really is what it is. Because I enjoy my cookies. I enjoy my cocktails. I enjoy holiday food and celebrations. So, you should too. So, if you're interested in that, send me a message. You can comment here, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about how we're going to set it up. So, but your third step, okay, we review what your steps were. Your assignment this week was, my question was, how do you think you should be eating through the holidays? What should your nutrition look like, okay? Your second question was, kind of in between number 1 and 2 is why. What makes you think that? And is that really genuine to what you really think? Because sometimes our gut instinct is to answer based on what we've heard instead of what we really feel at the core of who we are, right? It's like instinctual to say, well, I've always been taught that this is what I should be doing, so that would be my answer. When in fact, it's really not genuine to what you think or how you feel, okay? So then that second question was, what are you afraid will happen if you don't eat that way? What are you afraid will happen? What's going to happen to you, right? because there's always there seems to always be like a consequence. Well, if I make this rule for myself and I don't follow through, there's going to be this horrible stuff that happens, right? And it was interesting to hear the things that people said, you know, like, I am going to be a fat ass. I'm just going to put it out there. Like, that's what somebody said. I'm going to gain a shit ton of weight. That's what somebody said. I'm not going to be able to fit in any of my clothes. Okay. So I really want you from there to flesh that out. Okay. So this is part of Mind Rehab. So we'll kind of welcome you into that realm a little bit. And I like to call it a bitch session, where we just get it out. So I want you to think about and list out what all those things are and like really flesh it out. What's going to happen? You know, I'm going to gain all this weight. And then I want you to think, like, really think about it. Well, what does that mean? Right? Like, how are there other possibilities that come with that? Okay, so let's say, for example, mine was, I'm not going to be able to fit into my clothes. Okay, well, what does that mean? Like, what does that really mean? Right? And your mind probably wants to go to a place of, well, then I'm going to be uncomfortable, right? I'm going to be uncomfortable. I'm not going to like how I look. I'm going to feel self-conscious. So it's important to get all that out. Like, what does that mean? Like, really get it all out, because we can put a Band-Aid on stuff and say, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. Feel better. Think positive. Or we can work it out, right? So bitch session it. Like, take yourself through it. What are all those things? But then I want you to, once you're there, like once you've done that work, then I want you to ask yourself a question, and that is it possible that there are other options that I haven't considered? Is it possible that there are other ways of feeling that I haven't considered? Such as, my clothes aren't going to fit. Okay, well, is it possible to consider that I can buy new clothes for trading it for the enjoyment of being able to enjoy the holidays? I can buy a couple pair of stretch pants, right? Or whatever the case is. I can buy, I can go to Goodwill. I can buy a couple, I'm not saying you need to spend an arm and a leg and buy a new wardrobe. I'm not telling you that you need to think anything or do anything. I'm just saying there are other possibilities that we haven't looked at here, right? And take yourself through, well, what would that mean, right? Well, somebody has said, well, that's ridiculous because then I'm giving up on my plan. Well, actually, no, it's not. Actually, what it's doing is teaching you that it doesn't have to be black or white, okay? That there actually is a middle ground, and you're not tied to what you've been told your whole life. There is a middle ground, and you can show yourself more grace, which will reduce your stress level, right? Your stress comes down. If you can allow yourself to reduce your stress, you're going to naturally see more fat loss because your cortisol goes up. Your cortisol is like, woohoo, having a party. And so your body's like, hell yeah, I'm going to store more body fat. We're in survival. Survival is like stress is party town, okay? That's not where you want to be, okay? And that's what happens. You gain weight through the holidays and you're like, oh my God, I can't fit in any of my clothes. Like this is going to suck. Stress, stress, stress. Or, you know what? Hey, awesome. I had such a great time through the holidays. I don't regret those almond finger cookies, okay? That I happen to love. And now I'm going to work on resetting my fitness. Another possibility is I have a pivot plan. My plan is I'm being intentional about enjoying the holidays, and then I'm going to have a pivot plan, which is to work with Sarah. I know Sarah's going to be starting cutting, right after the holiday. So I'm going to jump on with her and see what that looks like for myself. Because remember, just because I'm cutting doesn't mean it's going to look exactly the same for you. However, we will be able to build enough parameters so that it is customized to how you live your life. Every single person's different. So that's what I got. It was a little bit more, a little bit more than I was actually like thinking, but those are all really important things. So bitch session it out, get it out, kind of explore where those things are coming from, and explore the fact that there are other possibilities that you haven't considered yet. And just think on it. Just like literally just sit quiet with it for a little bit. Okay? Because there's always a way out. There's always other options. It's just figuring out what that is. If you want help with this little exercise, feel free to message me. Also message me if you want to get started on a cut after the holiday. It'll be a lot of fun. I don't know if there's like, are there like head cameras and stuff like that? I have to look and see what I can find, because I think it'd be a lot of fun to like go through our days together, at least for the first couple weeks. So, okay, I'll talk to you soon.